is it an asset or is it a liability? Those are questions that people often get asked. Now, there is a really easy way to work it out, but first let's go through some examples. So if you buy a house with a mortgage to live in, what's that going to be? Asset or liability? Well, that will be a liability. Okay, so if you're going to buy a car, for instance, particularly with asset finance, is that going to be an asset or a liability? Well, that's going to be a liability. Now let's ask those same questions again. I'll give you a different answer. So let's say we're going to buy a house, and this time somebody else is going to live in it. You're still going to get a mortgage on it, but you're going to make a bit of a margin on the rent. And also over time, that house is going to appreciate. Well, that now becomes an asset. Now, similarly, if you buy a car and you're going to buy that with asset finance, but you're going to use it because you Uber, or maybe you've got a company that needs to use it for the purposes of the company, well, now all of a sudden that's an asset, albeit a depreciating asset. But talk to your accountant, you can do some fun stuff with depreciation. And similarly, when you buy things in a company format, then the interest that you pay on loans is deductible from your profit as well. Double check that again with your accountant, because I cannot give tax advice, I can only give financial education. But what I'm saying here is that ultimately, really simple way to think about it is this thing making me more money? And if it is, then it's an asset. And the other option is this thing losing me money? In which case, it's a liability. So really, you can think of anything as an asset or liability as to whether or not at the end of the month, it's actually making you more money. And if it's not, and it's losing you money, then it's a liability. There's definitely arguments to say, well, actually, if I have a car and it gets me from A to B, i.e. to work, or I live in a house and that brings me a sense of security and I've got a mortgage on it, etc., then I view those as an asset. There's always a debate around these things as well, and it really becomes a question of philosophy. But when it comes to looking at balance sheets and things like that, and looking at your net worth and where your money is allocated, then typically, as long as it's bringing you in money at the end of the day, then that is typically an asset, and if it's costing you money, that is a liability. But again, you can make your own mind up as to the pros and cons of buying the thing with whatever financing it is that you've got.